Hello everyone, welcome on into ClayShareCon Day 2, and this is the second broadcast of the day. We have Todd from Mako joining us, and he's going to be sharing with you a sneak peek of their brand spanking new Stoneware Glazes. I haven't even seen these glazes yet at all. I don't know if anybody's seen them except the folks at Mako. I think it's been pretty hush-hush. So he's going to show you the new glazes and talk about them and answer any questions you have about these glazes that they have. And if you're not familiar with Mako glazes, you should check them out. They have a whole huge line of Stoneware glazes. They also have some other amazing products. They have their stroke and coats and their under glazes, just to name a few. And we're going to be back with them tomorrow to talk about the new stroke and coat, no, the new underglaze colors are tomorrow. That's right. All right. Let's go on over and see how Todd's doing and check out these new Stoneware glazes. Hey Todd, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me once again. So
we are glad to have you here.
Your viewers are going to be the very first to see these new colors. We typically bring them out for NCECA. That's the first that they're seeing, but you are getting to get the privilege of seeing them before anyone else. So we're going to start off with, we have 12 new Stoneware colors, and that actually makes a nice little kit, 12 colors for a sample kit. And what's nice about that is they're 4-ounce jars, and you can use these as samples rather than investing in a full pint before. And you can check it out on all your different clay bodies. And what we did is we did that work for you. So I'm going to show off how all the new colors look on all different clay bodies. So our first color today is Passion Flower. So it's SW190 Passion Flower. And it looks like this on a white clay body. Okay, so the base coat or the base glaze for this is actually one of our old colors, which is Eggplant, SW134 Eggplant. And we've added crystals to Eggplant, and you get this beautiful Passion Flower glaze. So you can see what it looks like on a white clay body, a speckled clay body, a brown clay body, a black clay body, and at cone 10. So really, it doesn't change much. The clay body doesn't have a whole lot of interaction with the glaze that causes it to change colors or anything. So it's a very stable glaze. We're going to move on to Peppered Plum. So Peppered Plum also has a base glaze of one of our older glazes, which is called Speckled Plum. So we changed it to Peppered Plum by adding crystals to it. So here you can see it on a white clay body. You can see these nice blooms that form. Speckled clay body really doesn't do much difference. Brown clay body, not much difference at all. And one of our drips from NCECA went MIA, so I only have it on black clay body. It is on the tile here. We have to make a new drip. So. And then if you do take it to cone 10, you can see it gets much richer and darker. And when I'm talking about cone 10, I'm talking about cone 10 reduction. When we do our cone 10, we're putting it into reduction. So any questions on these glazes yet?
A lot of ooh and yeah.
Oohs and ahs. All right, so these are all in our crystal palette. So we have one more glaze in our crystal palette, which we call Amaryllis, and it's going to be SW192. And it looks like this on a white clay body. So it also has a base glaze of one of our older glazes, which is called Coral. It's SW205 is the base glaze. Coral is a very transparent glaze, just with that pink color. We've added crystals to it, and you get this nice blooming effect. This is what it looks like on a speckled clay body on a larger form. You can see how much those crystals move, flow. If you do apply it to a brown clay body, it turns much more purplish. And on a black clay body, the purple even comes out even more. And then
And
cone 10.
I just want to
Oh, go
remind
ahead.
folks that are asking about the cone 10. These are cone 5-6 glazes, but they can go to cone 10. But they're most of us use cone 5-6. A few folks I think came in when you were talking about the cone 10 glaze and it confused them. But these are all 5-6. But if you're a cone 10 firer, you can use them. So just keep that in mind.
Correct. Yes. So they're formulated for cone 6. They're actually formulated for cone 6. They can be used to cone 5. We recommend them. What we show on our standards is cone 6, and you can take it to cone 10 with slight variations that occur. Some glazes will change a whole lot more at cone 10. Others won't change hardly at all at cone 10.
And I want to remind everybody, this is the first time anybody outside of Mako is seeing these glazes. These are their brand new Stoneware glazes. You cannot buy them yet, correct? They're still...
Correct. So you cannot, soon in early March, they will be for sale. We will have the 12 color sample kit for sale.
Will it be on your website?
It'll be on our website, and it'll be at your local distributors, and it'll be at a reduced price for $25, which is a killer price to get all those glazes at to test out for $25. It'll be a limited time sale, so it won't be up for a year. It'll be as supplies last.
And just while we're asking questions, we're giving away some Stoneware glaze sets. This is what we're going to give away, are the new ones. So
correct. We will be giving away. I'm not sure how many are you giving away. Are you giving away one a day, 2 a day?
Yep.
That's up to you. 1 a day.
I was going to do, you said 2, so I put down 1 today, 1 tomorrow, because those are the 2 days you're doing. You want to do more? I'll do more. You tell me.
Let's do 2 a day. Let's make it special.
2 a day. All right, we'll make it special. 2 Mako Stoneware kits are given away today and 2 more tomorrow. So fabulous. Yay. Win it before you can buy it.
Yeah.
Well, they'll ship around the same time, I'm sure.
We're going to move on to a new glaze, which we call Ivy. So it's SW193, and it looks like this. It has this nice variegation going on. This glaze, depending on how fast you cool it, will give it the crystallization. If you do a fast cool or a slow cool, will vary in how much crystal will form on the glaze. This glaze, the clay body really does affect how it looks. So you can see the drastic change between a white clay body and a speckled clay body, speckled manganese clay body. So there's that drastic change between the two.
They're both beautiful though, and I love how different they are from each other, just depending on the clay you use.
And then if you use it on a brown clay body, you see the variation. And then a black clay body. I'm loving how this black clay body is showing through the green.
That's really nice.
And then once again, if you take it to cone 10, you can see how much the crystallization forms. So in the same family as the ivory, we have a glaze called Nimbus. So it's SW194, and it looks like this. And if you're fortunate enough to come to NCECA this year, this will be the glaze that we are going to be handing out as a sample. So everyone at NCECA can come by our booth and pick up a 4-ounce sample of Nimbus.
Now, will you have these sample kits for sale at NCECA?
Yes, the sample kits will be for sale at NCECA. That'll be the first time they'll be available for purchase. So you can see at a speckled clay body, doesn't really do much difference for the Nimbus, but the brown clay body really changes. So you can see the difference between on a white clay body and a dark brown clay body, huge difference. And then a black clay body, you can see the difference between the white clay body and the black, how this crystallization is starting to form on the black clay body. Put it up there. I wonder if that helps better. And then fired it to cone 10, we're getting a nice deep darker blue. So that's Nimbus. And then also in that same family is what we call Sand Dollar, SW196. I'm sorry. Yes, 196 looks like a sand dollar. This is on a white clay body. Speckled clay body, you can see how variation occurs. You're getting the nice purples starting to come out of it, purples and blues.
It comes alive on that clay body.
Yes. And this is really crazy how it changes between the white stoneware and a dark black stoneware. It turns red almost. And then if you took it to cone 10, you see all the purples that come out. So variation between cone 6 and cone 10, same glaze, crazy variation. So let me clean up this spot a little bit. Is there any questions while I clean up this spot?
So folks that are not going to NCECA want to know where they can buy the samples. And we did mention that you can get it on Mako or Mako distributors.
So we will, there will be limited Mako distributors. So not every distributor will have it, but many Mako distributors will have it for sale. Mako website will have it, and at NCECA will have it.
And some folks are asking about, are they food safe?
So different glazes are, all of these glazes are food safe because they do not leach lead or cadmium. Whether they are dinnerware safe, each glaze, there's different result, whether they're dinnerware. So I can go through each one and now, or tell you which one, I'm sorry. There isn't a general which ones are food safe and which ones are dinnerware safe and which ones aren't. The first 3 crystal ones, those are all dinnerware safe. The Nimbus and the Ivy and the Sand Dollar, those ones are not recommended for dinnerware due to being a soft glaze. So over time, if you use something acidic on them, the glaze can deteriorate. So we don't recommend those glazes for dinnerware safe. So those are the only ones I've covered so far. So does that answer the question?
It does. It answers the question. And I just want to be clear for everybody that they are all food safe, which means they do not have cadmium or lead in them. So they're safe. But some glazes are better for using for dinnerware than others. And that's just surface characteristics of a glaze can make that determination. I mean, you could put it on food if you on plates if you want to. They'd be fine as far as food safety. They just might not be a pleasant experience for eating or wear as well.
And it all depends on you know, if you're using that glass just for water or do you drink coffee out of it every day, you know. So, and is it a plate that you're going to just, or a bowl that you're going to put snacks in, or is it a bowl that you're going to be eating pasta out of all the time? But yes, all of them are food safe.
Fantastic.
Okay. Next glaze. Oh, go ahead.
There's 12 of them, so we got more to go.
Yes, we've got a lot more to go. We have rose quartz, which, like the name, looks like rose. So it's a pink that has a bunch of little white crystal blooms in it. I don't know if we can. There we go. A pink glaze with white crystal blooms occurring. If you put it on a speckled clay body, the specks start to form or show through, the manganese specks show through. I think it looks really luscious on a brown clay body. See the difference. On a black clay body, it becomes even richer. And then cone 10, you're getting these nice purples to occur.
That's really pretty on all the clays. It's really a beautiful glaze.
It's a beautiful glaze. And this glaze is food safe and dinnerware safe.
Oh, I cannot wait to get that one.
Yeah, this will work great for any of your functional wear. Then we have Riptide. So Riptide is a pretty unique glaze. It's a matte glaze that has a variegation between blue, turquoise blue, and green. So think of Riptide in the ocean. It shifts with a speckled clay body. The speckles really show through. They really are prominent within the glaze. So that's a speckled clay body. A brown clay body. The brown clay really dominates the glaze. So the glaze turns pretty brown on a dark brown clay body. On a black clay body, colors kind of are enhanced as if they were on the white clay body. So you can see the difference between the white clay body and the black clay body. The black really enhances the colors. And then cone 10, it stays pretty much the same. There's not a whole lot of difference between the cone 10 and the cone 6 clay body, or cone 6 clay. So that is Riptide, and these are food safe and dinnerware safe. Oh, I'm sorry. Riptide is not dinnerware recommended for dinnerware. It is due to the softness of the glaze. It can deteriorate over time. So not recommended for dinnerware.
But they are food safe. So what would happen, I just want to clarify to folks, if you use this Riptide glaze on, I say, a plate, what's going to happen is you're going to see marks from your knives and your forks and possible staining from certain foods. So that's the real issue. It's not a safety issue. It is non-toxic. I'm getting a ton of comments about that people don't understand the difference. But just keep in mind, these are all non-toxic, food safe. So you can use them, but some glazes are more appropriate than others to use on foodware. I know this is always a thing that confuses people. I don't want anybody to be confused.
You are correct. So we have one more glaze in our classic series, which is called Fossil Rock, and it looks like a fossil or a rock. So it doesn't show up in pictures very well, but it combos really nice, and the tile doesn't give its justice. I would say that it looks kind of maybe blasé by itself, but it is a very nice glaze for comboing. This you can see what it looks like with a speckled.
Such a difference, when you change up your clay, you get a speckled clay in there and it just enhances glazes and really gives you so much more movement. Now you mentioned layering. Will all of these layer well? All of these glazes you can layer with other glazes? And
I'm going to talk to you about that in 1 second. Just the brown clay. Oh, how much time you got?
25 minutes. You got so much. You got time. Don't have to rush.
Oh, I got plenty of time. Okay. So on a brown clay, and then on a black clay, it turns to that nice yellow. And then we have 3 gloss glazes. So our gloss family, if you're not familiar with our gloss family, they are glazes that are intermixable. they are solid colors. So think of the palette of red, orange, yellow, blue, green base glazes that you can intermix to make your own shades of color. So you can make your own pink. However, pink was a requested color that we did not have in the palette. And so we came up with a pink. So this is what our gloss pink looks like. Just a beautiful pink gloss. If you put it on different clay bodies, it's not going to matter because it's an opaque glaze. It covers up the clay body, so the clay body does not really show through at all. Okay. So we came up with a pink, a new pink. We came up with a new coral. So this is what coral looks like at cone 6. And this is what it looks like at cone 10. Very different, or very little change in the temperature or in the appearance due to the change of temperature. There's really hardly any change at all firing it up to cone 10. And that's the same with the light pink. You can't tell hardly any difference between the cone 6 and the cone 10. The pigments hold up in the hotter temperature. And then we also came up with a new brown. So the brown does have a little bit more variation. If you fire it up to cone 10, it gets darker and richer at cone 10. But these gloss glazes are great for if you're looking to do any design work, like fine detail work, like painting flowers. There won't be any blurring or movement in the glaze. They stay stable, they stay put, the lines stay clean and crisp. And they're totally intermixable, once again, so you can make your own shades and palette. So that is the new palette, the new 12 colors that we are coming out with. They will be available early March at many Mako distributors. They will be available online, and they will also be available at NCECA. They're in a 4-ounce kit or jar with 12 colors in the kit. Jessica's going to be giving away 2 of these today and 2 of these tomorrow. So look forward to that. Also, these glazes are great for sampling on your own clay bodies, so you can see how it works on your own clay body. But also, they are great for in combination. So I brought a few of the glaze combinations that are going to be showed off at NCECA. So one of my favorites here is Cordovan and what is 196? Sand Dollar. So this is Cordovan, which is SW128, which is a red Cordovan, and 196 Sand Dollar. And you're getting this beautiful interaction taking place. Cordovan over top of Sand Dollar, 196. And then another combo is Cordovan over 197. And we have...
What is the 197? That's the...
Oh, that's Fossil Rock. I'm sorry. Fossil Rock. So Cordovan over Fossil Rock. Then we have 184, which is Speckled Toad, over 194, which is the Nimbus, the blue. So Speckled Toad over Nimbus.
And these samples here are all cone 6 that you're showing right now.
Correct. Correct.
And they were brushed on?
Yes, so I would have done 2 coats. So I brushed 1 coat all the way to the edge where you can see right to there. And then my second coat, I brushed to here with the first color. And then the second color, I brushed all the way down to there. 1 coat, and then the second coat to there. Does that make sense? Did I describe it right?
No, and I like you giving that tip, because usually I'll do my first color, my first coat to the edge, and then I back off. But I don't, when I come back with a second color, go to the edge. And then I always have this sort of thin area because there's only 1 coat. Because I'm always afraid it would be too much. But no, I'm going to do it the way you do it now and do the first coat of the second color to the edge as well. And try it that way, because you have some great results. People are absolutely loving your test tiles, the drip test tiles that Mako uses. They make a statement.
Right. So yeah, these larger drips will have a wall at NCECA, probably with close to 200 of these new combos. So there'll be plenty more new combos for you to see at NCECA. And I bet we will post them probably after NCECA on our website. So you'll be able to come and view them on our website. Just a couple more combos. 195, which is what is 195? Riptide and olivine, which is SW 127. And then one more. What SW 108, which is green tea, which is a very popular glaze. And then 197, which is fossil rock.
That's a really pretty combo.
Yeah. So that's all I have for you today. Is there questions?
There are. Folks are asking, when will Mako have the literature and the information about these glazes up on your website so folks can see them?
In about 2 weeks.
I figure by in March, by NCECA, right?
Yeah, it'll be definitely by NCECA. We're working our way every day trying to get this stuff. Yes, as fast as we possibly can.
And these are a world premiere, everybody. I just want everyone to be aware that nobody has seen these outside the folks at Mako before. These are brand spanking new. You cannot buy them yet. You're just getting a special treat here during ClayShareCon for a sneak peek. Right. So, Todd, thank you. We've still got a few more minutes, so we.
They're not going to be on the website right now because August we're just getting the labels done. We're still getting them bottled. They're not completely bottled. So yeah, there's still a lot of processes that still have to go through before they're able to be for sale, but they will be for sale in a few weeks.
So we have about 15 more minutes. Would you mind going through the colors again, just the white sample, and just saying the name and the white sample?
Sure.
Oh, so that's a screenshot of some of the colors there.
Oh yeah, And I also want to bring to your attention, if you are local to Columbus or Ohio, around Ohio, before NCECA, we are actually hosting the Art Stream. So if you're familiar with the Art Stream, it's a nomadic RV that goes around that has that's been set up as a gallery, an art gallery for ceramics, and then we have visiting artists that travel with the Art Stream and do workshops. And Mako will be sponsoring a few days before NCECA on March 11th and on 12th, the Art Stream. And we'll be having Julie Galloway, Justin Donofrio, and Sam Chung will be the artists that will be here for 2 days doing demonstrations. So if you're in the area, website. Go to Mako's website and you can register for it. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. So
That's
the first
three wonderful artists. So folks, check that out.
Yeah. And tomorrow, I want to make sure we remind about Terry's workshop too. So Terry Kern is a fabulous underglaze artist, and she'll be demonstrating some of our new underglazes. So we have 15 new underglazes to show off come tomorrow. So the first one was 190 Passion Flower. Looks like that. Then we have Peppered Plum. So SW 191 Peppered Plum. Then SW 192 Amaryllis. So once again, with these guys, these are crystal glazes that there is a base glaze in the Mako line already. So the base glaze for Amaryllis is coral, and the base glaze for Peppered Plum is actually speckled plum, and the base glaze for Passion Flower is eggplant. Then we have Nimbus. This is SW 194. We have Ivy. I went out of order. SW 193. Let's see. They all got out of order. We have Rose Quartz, which is SW 198. Riptide, SW 195. Fossil Rock, which is SW 197. What am I missing? Sand Dollar. There it is. Found it. And then Sand Dollar, SW 196. And then we have our 3 gloss glazes, which is Coral, SW 512. Pink, SW 511. And Brown, SW 513. That is the 12 new Mako Stoneware Glazes. And once again, you can get them in a kit, 4-ounce kit that looks like that. They're 12 4-ounce jars with all 12 of these colors in it. What else
And
you
that's
got?
the best way, really. So to get your glazes is to get that kit, and then you try them all, and then you find the ones you fall in love with, and then you order the pints of the ones that you fall in love with. Now, these are going to only be as brush-on glazes, correct? Or are you going to have these
No,
dippable?
so we will all have all of them in 10-pound dry glaze bags.
Fantastic.
Also.
So all of the dip and pours and the brushers, everybody can have what they want. and get them the way they want. It was a really interesting question about the crystalline ones that you have. Do you recommend a different firing to make more crystals grow? Or just do you do a regular standard?
We
firing?
do all of our standards at Scott's program, medium fire, medium speed. So nothing special.
So you won't get more crystals firing a crystalline firing with it, or maybe.
I'm not saying that you won't get more. I'm saying for our standards, our standard chips are fired on Scott's program, medium speed program, medium fire. If you play around with it, yes, you can play around with doing a rapid cool or a slow cool to find different crystallization growths that'll occur.
And we had a question, will the new coral and the new pink replace the old ones? Or are you going to have two?
Well, then,
because the
replace what?
The new coral that you have, is that going to replace the old coral?
No. This coral is a gloss glaze. The old coral that we have is a transparent glaze. It's a transparent gloss glaze that's this is opaque. It's in the 500 series, so it's designed to be opaque and be stiff and no movement to occur. The old coral has movement, it's transparent, and it's actually the base glaze for amaryllis, this glaze.
Oh, okay. So we got a few more minutes. Do you mind sharing the big ones with the combos quickly again? We'll just go through those.
Sure.
And then I think we'll cover it all. I mean, there's going to be a lot more information coming out about these new glazes, but this is just the sneak peek of the 12 new ones.
Yeah, so this is Cordovan, and which is SW128 and 196, which is, why can't I think of it? Sand dollar. So Cordovan and sand dollar. Then 128 and 197, which is, what's 197? Fossil rock. There you go. Then we have 184, SW184, which is speckled toad, and SW194, which is nimbus. You can see this beautiful crystallization growth that's going on. So there was nothing done special in the firing. This was just a medium speed, normal cone 6 firing. You can see the crystallization growth that's happening. SW195, which is Riptide, over SW127, which is olivine. And then lastly, we've got SW108, which is green tea, over SW197, fossil rock.
They're all very beautiful. Yeah, and
once again, we'll have like close to 200 combos at NCECA on these trips.
Wow. Wow. And the one you're giving away at NCECA is the Nimbus, correct?
Correct. It is this beautiful glaze.
Fantastic. And folks that are going to be going to the Airstream demos, will they be able to pick up glazes, the new glazes and other glazes?
Yes, we'll have them for sale at the Artstream event.
Correct. Fantastic. So folks, I love that. So you people missed, if you've missed any part of this, of course, this will be available for replay. You can go back and watch. Todd went through and showed all of the clays and all of the combos on the different clays. So I'm really excited about these new colors. You know, Mako, you guys have spent a lot of time getting these colors together, and you were not just coming out with 2 or 3, you got 12.
Right.
So,
and one
well
thing I
done.
want to stress, so hopefully what you saw from today is that the clay body will really affect a lot of the glazes. So just because you see a glaze that looks blue on a white clay body doesn't mean it's going to stay blue on a brown clay body.
Right. So as always, test and see what
Correct.
works for you in your clay, your kiln, your firing. All right. Well, Todd, thank you so much for this preview, world premiere sneak peek of the new Mako glazes. And thank you for being here with us today. And Team Mako will be back tomorrow with a great tutorial on the new underglaze colors. So I'm excited for that too.
All right. Well, thank you. Hope to see you in Sika.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Thanks.
Get some rest. Drink some tea with honey. All right. So
thank
you to Todd and all the folks at Mako for joining us and being part of this year's Clayshare Con. We are going to be giving away 2 of the new Stoneware Glaze kits this evening today, and then 2 more tomorrow. You'll be able to buy those sample kits starting mid-March, you know, around in Sika, but check Mako's website to find out when you can get them. You can buy them direct from the website, or your distributor might have them, and they will have some at NSECA. Plus, they're giving away a sample of that Nimbus. If you're going to NSECA, grab one of those, because you can take it home and test it out. All right, so we're gonna have a little break, and we're gonna be back. One more before lunch we have today. We've got Diamond Core Tools coming at 11, and we have Nikolai, and he's going to be demonstrating the 4-piece relief carving set. So if you like to carve and you like Diamond Core Tools, well, this is going to be perfect for you. So come back and join us then. Bye, everyone.